Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to me forgetting to put this thing on again. I put it on every morning, and then I take it off every night, and I also take it off if I put on my jacket and stuff like that, because otherwise it gets lost, and I don't want to lose it. And inside of my pocket, I have a crazed little beast. She is absolutely insane this morning. Let's see if I can squeeze her out like toothpaste out of a tube. It's a hamster. It's, again, little Booga. Booga, booga, boogle. Only because I've just got the two little guys to swap between right now. Because Mama Squeak she's entering that stage of her life where she's not as active anymore. She used to be really, really wild and crazy. But now she spends a lot of her time curled up inside of her nest. So she's entering that stage of her life, so I'm not bothering her too much. I just let her stay where she is, and I pick her up periodically so that she'll remember. Hello. But generally, I just leave her alone now and just let her be in her little bin cage and running on her wheel when she does, and just generally sitting and being calm. So it's just her and Charvy now. So Charvy's going to be coming back out for looks and all that next time, and he'll be out Monday, tomorrow, and it'll be good. But for right now, it's just little Booga Booga Boogle. She's wild and crazy. She's been very, very wild this morning, very active, and it's very, very cute. She is a sweetheart. So I'm going to put her back in her cage now. There we go, little one. I have to tempt her out of her house. I try to leave the hamster safe spaces as safe spaces. And so I'll scrabble outside of their nest so that they go, what? And then they come out and then they examine, and then I grab them and pick them up. Other times, like when Charvy or back when Bad Ears was still around, I would just lift off the top of the nest because they had just tissue and stuff up there. And then I pick them up and then put them back and then just put the tissues back on top. And then they were happy that way. Because they're burrowing creatures. They like to dig burrows. And it's hard to dig a burrow in bedding, though it can be done. And sometimes, especially with dwarves, they'll have little burrows that run underneath the bedding to get to all the places that they want to go. So you'll have like a wad that's their nest, and then you'll just occasionally see the bedding just go boof, 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 boof as they go through one of their little under-bedding tunnels to get to where their food is, and then boof, boof, boof as they head back. So it's cute, but you don't get to see them much. Except when they're running, of course. Dwarf hamsters especially love to run, and they run on discs. That's the best way for them. They have discs that they run on, and it's the same principle as a wheel. It's just that except other than being like this, it's like that, so that they can sit on the disc and then run on the disc, and it just works that way. It's really good for the small ones. Some of the Syrians too, and they have them for chinchillas and the like. It's really weird because you'll have a chinchilla that's like this big, and it'll be on a plate that's not much bigger than the chinchilla, and it's just going whoosh on this metal plate as it runs, and it's just astonishing. I've seen them do that. I'd kind of like a chinchilla, except I don't know how to take care of them, and I don't know how much care they take, and I don't know how smart and affectionate they are. I mean, they're probably amazingly smart, because especially their size. I mean, hamsters are very, very tiny, and they're smart, and, well, smart. But chinchillas and all that, I mean, I've seen, like, the videos of a chinchilla that was just sitting and preening as somebody took a brush and brushed it. And so it was very, very happy just being brushed. And so they're amazing animals that way. So I sort of want one day. Be honest, though, I'd sort of like a ferret one day, too. And but that's only because I've seen ferrets in movies and in videos, and they seem really, really nice. But problem is, of course, they do take a lot of things. I mean, especially if it's a female ferret, from what I've heard and read, it's like if they go into heat, that can kill them. So you've got to, like, be prepared to deal with your animal so it doesn't die. And apparently they get, like, I mean, hamsters, when female hamsters go into heat, they get the stank on them bad. I mean, it is a horrible, horrible, just absolutely wretched smell. And so I've heard and read that a female ferret going into heat is like that. It just puts that scent to shame. They are so rank. It's so I don't know. I'd love to have like a ferret, but I'd also love to have a guinea pig too. Well, except you can't have one. I mean, you can, but it's not nice for the guinea pig. We know more about guinea pigs now. It's not a good thing for them, for their mental health. They're herd animals. They need to be around other guinea pigs. So you should always get a bare minimum of 2. So that's a good thing. And if I got a guinea pig, I'd have to get 2 guinea pigs. And I don't really have room. I mean, I've got my bin cages for my hamsters here, and there's not really a ton of room in here. It's a tiny little box. So, I mean, they've got their guinea pigs downstairs, and I imagine that they'd say, my housemates would want to have my guinea pigs next to their guinea pigs. And I wouldn't blame them, because that would be best for all the guinea pigs if they were together. And that would be good. It's just, I wouldn't be around my guinea pigs then, would I? They'd be downstairs and I'd be up here. So I'd want to be around my little critters if I had them. I'd have to figure out a way to have guinea pigs. And hamsters, they're a lot of work, because you got to clean their cages, you got to get food, you got to do this, you got to do that. Guinea pigs, because they're so much bigger, their cages need to be cleaned so much more often. And oh my goodness, so that's a lot of work that I don't really know that I could do. That's why I wouldn't really want to get, as much as I'd love to have one, right now I'd be afraid to get a chinchilla, because number one, not a whole lot of room. Number two, I've got to be able to give it the care that it needs. And I would hate for the poor thing to suffer any sort of neglect or incidental abuse because I was unable to take care of it properly. That would be really, really horrible and sad. I mean, I see enough of that in videos and on TV of people that get animals and can't take care of them, and then they have to call animal rescue. Or else it's like the hoarders that have got like 400 cats, and then when they clean out the place, they keep finding all the mummified cat bodies of where a cat died and just dried out. It's like, oh, no, that's horrible. I mean, if you love cats, if you love animals, you couldn't treat them like that. That'd be terrible. And yet at the same time, I mean, I know of people that spend all of their money on taking care of cats, and not just 1 or 2 or 3, but like 10 and more. So people are people. What can you say? I mean, back in the late 1980s, early 90s, I was not very good with the hamsters that I had. It was unfortunate. I didn't know a whole lot about hamsters. I was just getting into hamsters, and so the way I was treating them, it was ignorance. I mean, I wasn't like stuffing them into cages and saying, fight, 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 and then poking them with knives and sticks. No, I treated them as best I could with the knowledge I had, but I was intensely into my alcoholism at that point, and so didn't have a whole lot of extra energy and knowledge. And we didn't have the internet back then, so if you wanted to find out something, you either went to a bookstore to try and buy a book, or you went to the library and hoped that they had books, because there was nothing on the internet. There was no internet. And so I learned what I could on the books that I had that were decades out of date, and so I had my hamsters. And I treated them as best I could, as stated, with the knowledge that I had. But with the knowledge I have now, looking back at the way I treated the poor little guys, I feel bad. It was just a case of the knowledge that I had and the abilities that I could do. Because of my alcoholism, I never, purposefully mistreated them or did anything horrible to them like that. It was a case of not knowing that they needed to have bigger cages. and such like that. And so I had way too many hamsters, and they were in little 10-gallon cages, and a 10-gallon cage is not a big enough cage for a hamster. And so I had a whole bunch of 10-gallon cages, a whole bunch of hamsters, and the poor little guys. I mean, it was all ignorance, and based on what I know now, I feel bad about it. But at the time, I thought I was doing good. So it's all on the times and what we know. So thumbs up on that. I don't really have anything to talk about today. I'm just really, really, really wildly rambling. Tomorrow I'm going to call up the Veterans Administration to ask my doctor about my ultrasounds to make sure that it's just my, he said, smacking the sore spot. Ow. That's intelligent. I like that. But find out about this, make sure it's my gallbladder. I'm 99.99% sure it is. And then hopefully find out what's going on down below. And then hopefully that'll turn out to be, I'm sure that that's simple too. And so I'm not really worried or frightened about death anymore. Once we figured out that it was my gallbladder, as I'm, like I say, 99% sure, I just need to get confirmation from the primary care provider, then it'll all be taken care of. I'm not even worried about what's going on down below. Yes, there's pain. Yes, depending on the situation, the pain will get worse or better. So it's just something I'm dealing with right now. I'll find out what's going on. We'll get it taken care of. Things will be okay. I'm not going to live forever. You know, my mother only lived till 74, so I'm probably just going to hopefully live till at least 74. I would like that. But yeah, I know I ain't going to live forever. Good golly, Miss Molly. I mean, shucks, people that I went to high school with started dying before I was even like 1 or 2 years out of high school. Well, it took a couple more years than that, because I was out of the Air Force and back, and then trying and working, and like I was working in a gas station type thing, and some guy that I went to high school with, he came in, and so I met him and talked with him. He'd already been in one motorcycle accident, and so he had a scar across his cheek here, but he didn't live much longer after that. He was in another accident of some kind, and he died. And that was rough. It wasn't that less than 10 years after high school, and already one person had fallen. And so it happens, and it's happening all the time. Every day that you live is a day that somebody else goes. It's not cause and effect, it's just that people die all the time. So it's good to be on this side of the ground, though. I like that. It's only for a short period of time. I mean, gosh, our planet's been around for almost 5 billion years, and humanity's been around for just a blip, and our lives are even shorter. If you take a look on the cosmic scale of things, we don't even exist. I mean, the universe is 13 to 14.5 billion years old, so our lives are nothing compared to that, especially compared to how long the universe is going to be here. Trillions upon trillions upon trillions of trillennia. And that's just to start. So our lives are just a blip. The universe doesn't even know we're here. Not a big deal. You still, I mean, whether it's true or not true, whether, the world ends tomorrow or it ends in, it never ends. The fact remains that our lives are still our own. We have to fill them with whatever we wish to fill them with, because they're not going to fill themselves. If that makes sense. Hopefully it does. It probably doesn't. I have been insane before. But only when I was taking LSD. Which, remember, I did take LSD like candy during the 90s. Oh my God. If I could still get hold of it now, I'd still be taking it like candy. One period of time where 2 hours before work ended and I dropped, and then every 4 hours for the next 30 hours, I stayed high for so long, it was awesome. But don't take drugs, kids and adults and everybody in the world. Do not take illicit drugs. That is bad. It is illegal. It is bad. You don't know what's in them. Like Lil Peep died when he was taking Xanax laced with fentanyl that he didn't know was there, and that killed him. Don't take street drugs, please. Please. That said, I took LSD like candy during the 90s. Now I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment in the community tab. I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm also confused about what I was supposed to say about all that. I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm going to read them all later. I'm going to thumbs up them all, answer as many as I can. But for right now, I'm just reading the comments. Reading your name. So good comment, bad comment, and different comment. I'll find out later. Right now, I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. If I mispronounced the username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker, and it's a range of 20 to 25 because I count on my fingers and I still forget where I am. So thumbs up for that. Calling up a crew, we have Haley. Thank you very, very much. Jordy Danon. Thank you. Greatly appreciate it. And Thunderkeeper. Always good to see you. Thank you very, very much. Genk Yuger. I think it is. Thank you very, very much. And Mishi Ramos. Thank you. Brian Glenn. Greatly appreciated. And Ugg. Thank you very much. Stribbling Way. Greatly appreciated. Spyarch. Thank you very, very much. Sup D. Greatly appreciated. Yomena, I sure hope I'm close. Sam Holick, thank you very, very much. And Ryan H, greatly appreciated. Slump God, thank you very, very much. Bianca Luna, thumbs up and thank you. Kia, thumbs up and thank you. Aqualung GG, thank you very, very much. And Official Aaron. One day we're going to meet the unofficial Aaron. But until that day, thank you very, very much. And J.O., thank you very, very much. Bubble Beth, cool name, thank you very, very much. Cass Cody, greatly appreciated. Marvoosh, thumbs up and thank you. I'll tell you why, especially in a moment. Siege Beast, thank you very, very much. And Heather Bruce, thank you, greatly appreciated. And last but not least, Shrek's Best Friends. Thumbs up and thank each and every one of you. Also, when I said Marvoosh, I would thank you also as well. Marvoosh sent me a very, very nice letter with an awesome postcard. That's what the word is. And because I have reacted to and enjoyed Marilyn Manson, a Marilyn Manson CD. One that I do not have. Thank you very, very much. Greatly appreciated. Definitely a thumbs up. Thank you. Well, shucks. 17 minutes and 44 seconds. I have an Amazon wish list if you wanted to check that out and support me in any way, shape, or form without actually sending me money. I've got hamster food, candy, computer stuff on there. Just take a look. There's silly stuff, non-silly stuff. If you wanted to do that, that'd be cool. You are under no obligation to even look. And of course, I am partnered with HumbleBundle.com. I've actually been paid now. Thank you all so very much. I am a paid shill for HumbleBundle.com. They are a good service. I am subscribed to their Humble Bundle monthly, but they give money to charity. And if you purchase using the link down below, you have a little slider. You can determine how much money you want to send back to me too. Definitely a thumbs up. But they're a good service. They give to charity. I do like them. Definitely a thumbs up. You can check out my links. I got Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, Google+. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. It is because of you people I'm able to pay for my actual rent here. And I still go negative because so far I still have to pay for my storage unit on top of everything else. So I go way more negative than I like. But because of you, I am closer to zero and less close to minus 500. So thank you very, very much. But if you cannot donate, or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes, I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest. So thank you very, very much. If you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be cool. I would understand if you don't want to, but if you are down with it, I will do my best to keep you entertained from now until literal, well, end of my days when I kick off. Hopefully I'll have enough warning I'll be able to live stream from my deathbed. I plan on it. Just hopefully someone will turn off the camera and computer once I'm dead, because I won't be able to. Don't want to watch me rot for a couple of weeks. That'd be gross. Going to try and have a reaction video. Going to try and have a game video for this channel, game video from a game channel. So you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that's a very good thing. I'm going to try and stream from my PS4 again. So thumbs up, and thank you everybody that has come along to watch. You are all very, very awesome.